Every actor cast in Star Wars, Starfighter, so far. Star Wars upcoming movie, Star Wars, Starfighter, has announced some shockingly big names among the movie's cast, although few character details have been released. Starfighter came as a significant surprise when it was announced. Audiences knew that Sean Levi was working on a Star Wars movie, but its progress was unknown. Likewise, it was heavily rumored that Ryan Gosling was in talks with Lucasfilm about a potential movie role, but that was far from confirmed. Yet, earlier this year, it was not only announced that Gosling would star in Levi's Star Wars movie but also that it would be released in 2027. All the more surprising is the star-studded cast, which deviates significantly from what Star Wars movies and TV shows have generally done before with casting. At present, what we know about Starfighter is limited, but here's every currently confirmed cast member of this brand new Star Wars movie. Actor Ryan Gosling was born in London, Ontario, Canada. He is the son of Donna and Thomas Gosling, a secretary and a salesman, respectively. Gosling's real start in the industry was the Mickey Mouse Club in 1989, alongside other stars like Justin Timberlake. Gosling had myriad roles over the years, including Remember the Titans and The Believer, but his breakout role was arguably as Noah in The Notebook. Since then, he has starred in a number of major movies, including, recently, Barbie. Character. At present, we know very little about any of the characters in Starfighter. However, given that Gosling's leading role in the movie was one of the biggest reveals at Star Wars Celebration 2025, it's safe to assume that he will be the titular Starfighter pilot in the movie. Actor Flynn Gray is a young actor who is still getting his start in the industry. Starfighter will be his biggest role to date, but he is not entirely new to acting. Thus far, Gray has starred in multiple movies and TV shows, including Borderline, Sherlock and Daughter, Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey 2, and recently, the very popular Netflix series Wednesday. Character Flynn Gray is reportedly playing Ryan Gosling's character's nephew in Starfighter, which actually makes him one of the few characters we know something about. Some photos of the two stars have already been revealed, showing the pair at sea. What exactly this will mean story-wise remains to be seen. Actor Matt Smith was born and raised in Northampton by his parents, Lynn and David Smith. After studying drama and creative writing at the University of East Anglia, Smith began acting in a variety of roles. However, his breakout role was undoubtedly as the 11th Doctor in the BBC's Doctor Who. Since then, Smith has had other major roles, including the first Prince Philip, Duke of Edinburgh. In The Crown, there were ultimately 3 actors in this role, as the show jumped ahead in time every 2 seasons, and Prince Daemon Targaryen in House of the Dragon. Character. Although we know very little about Matt Smith's character, he is rumored to be playing one of the villains in Starfighter. This is a fitting role for Smith as, despite his multiple roles as a royal, he has an edge to his acting style that will lend itself well to a darker character. Actor Mia Goth was born in Southwark, London, England, and is married to well-known actor Shia LaBeouf. Goth was discovered by a fashion photographer when she was 14 years old and worked as a model for a few years before breaking into acting at age 16. Since then, Goth has gotten increasingly larger roles, from Sophie Campbell in The Tunnel to Maxine and Pearl in the X-film series, including movies X, Pearl, and My Ex-Sectioner, along with a range of movies and TV shows in between. Character. Like Matt Smith, Mia Goth is rumored to be playing one of the villains in Starfighter, although it's not currently clear whether that means the two will be working together. Goth certainly has the acting chops to pull off a brilliant villain, as she has myriad horror movies under her belt already, which will translate well to a villain role. Actor Aaron Pierre was born in Brixton, London, England, and studied at the Lambda Drama School in London. Among Pierre's biggest roles to date are the voice of Mufasa in Disney's Mufasa, The Lion King, which premiered just last year, and as Miles in The Morning Show. Additional prominent roles for Pierre include Malcolm X in Genius, Caesar in The Underground Railroad, and Terry Richmond in Rebel Ridge. Pierre also has an impressive theatre background, including his on-stage debut role as Cassio in Shakespeare's Othello at Shakespeare's Globe Theatre. Character. Pierre's role in Starfighter is among those we know almost nothing about, which is particularly exciting given Pierre's acting history. Clearly, Pierre is a talented, versatile actor, and it will be interesting to see how that plays out in the galaxy far, far away in this mystery role. Actor Simon Bird is an actor, writer, and director who was born in Guildford, Surrey, England, to parents Heather and Graham Bird, both of whom were economics professors at the University of Surrey. He attended Queen's College, Cambridge, and was a member of the University of Cambridge's Acting Association Footlights. He is best known for his role as Will Mackenzie in the franchise The Inbetweeners, which includes the TV show The Inbetweeners, as well as 2 movies, The Inbetweeners and The Inbetweeners 2. He also worked as a producer on Wicked Little Letters and a director of Such Brave Girls and Amandaland, among others. Character, like Aaron Pierre, Simon Bird's role in Starfighter is unknown. Given we primarily know that Ryan Gosling and Flynn Gray are leading characters and Mia Goth and Matt Smith are, reportedly, villains, it stands to reason that Aaron Pierre, Simon Bird, and other currently confirmed actors will play supporting characters, although that's speculation. Actor Jameel Westman grew up in the South London districts of Brixton and Streatham and attended the Royal Academy of Dramatic Art in London. Like Aaron Pierre, Westman has a theatre background, notably including his leading role as Alexander Hamilton in the London production of the hit musical Hamilton by Lin-Manuel Miranda. Since then, Westman has starred in a mix of movies and TV shows, including as Terence in Good Grief, George Spencer in The Essex Serpent, and Edward Seymour in Anne Boleyn. Although he has had many leading or major roles at this stage of his career, Star Wars does seem to be new territory for him, which will prove interesting. Character, like many on this list, Jameel Westman's role in Starfighter is unknown. And given that we currently know so little about the movie's plot, it's difficult to even hazard a guess at who he might be playing, what his role might be. Nevertheless, it's clear with his professional background that he will be great in whatever role he plays. Actor Daniel Ings was born in Wiltshire, England, and attended Lancaster University, where he focused on theatre studies. Since then, Ings has played a variety of roles, including in what was arguably his breakout role as Luke Curran in Netflix's Lovesick. He has now starred in several major franchises, including the Marvel Cinematic Universe as Tyrone in The Marvels. Interestingly, Ings also played opposite Matt Smith in The Crown, in which he played Mike Parker, Prince Philip's best friend. This will make Starfighter a reunion of sorts for the duo. Character Daniel Ings is yet another Starfighter character about whom we know very little. However, given his prior connection to Matt Smith, it would be amazing to see the pair working alongside one another again, perhaps in a supporting villain role. Currently, though, that remains to be seen. Actor Amy Adams was born in Vicenza, Veneto, Italy, although both her mother, Catherine Adams, and father, Richard Kent Adams, were American. Her father, a United States serviceman, was stationed in Italy at the time of her birth. Eventually, Adams' family moved back to the United States, in Colorado, where Adams began focusing on choir and dance. Adams got her start in theatre, dancing in productions such as Brigadoon and A Chorus Line. Ultimately, Adams transitioned from dancing to acting, and she had a number of roles before landing her breakout role, Gazelle in Disney's Enchanted. Since then, Adams has acted in countless major movies, including several DC movies as Lois Lane. Character Amy Adams will reportedly be playing the mother of Flynn Gray's character in Starfighter, presumably meaning she is also the sister of Ryan Gosling's character. What exactly that will mean is currently unknown, but given that Adams already has experience with major franchises like DC and Disney, she's surely well equipped for Star Wars.